Hi guys, this is Connie from Connie's Nails and Creative Creations. Today I'm taking part in the What Would You Make? Of course, the emphasis is on wood. Okay, so the host for this is Zana from OK at Home DIY and Marsha from Marsha's Mush and Stuff. So, everything was wood that I made, so let's get right to it. Okay, this one I had received a bunch of dowels from a place I used to work at, and they held together a box, so I was able to get those. So I just took them out to the garage and I cut these in various different lengths. Now, I did all my stuff on top of each other, so I'm going to be jumping around a little bit, so you'll be able to see that. So I'm just painting them all white. This is Plaid's Apple Barrel White Paint, which I am a Plaid ambassador, so I love their products. So I'm just going to paint them all white. And then I'm actually going to be making them into firecrackers, so I'm going to be using some red and blue as well to decorate them. Now this, I was inspired by Heidi from Heidi Sonboul, one of her videos recently, and I will put a link in the description box to that video. She is an amazing friend and an inspiration to me. So I'm just getting these all painted white, and then we're going to start decorating these things. So also, don't forget to go down to the description box. Down there is going to be the playlist link, as well as the link to Zana and Marsha's channels, as well as all of my information on, because I am a Plaid ambassador, a BEEBEECRAFT ambassador, an Amazon affiliate, and all that information will be down there. Most of my links are in my link tree, and that link is in my description box as well. So as you can see, I'm just doing different things with the blue, stripes and squiggles and dots, and just decorating it just however I wanted. No particular way, reason, rhyme, or anything. Just doing it. So also don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification bell. If you hit it twice, you can hit the all, which means you will be notified on every single time I upload a video. And you also, if you can give me that big thumbs up and leave me a comment. I love to read your comments. So, like I said, here I am just painting away. Now, if it looks like I'm showing somebody stuff, I am. While I craft, a lot of times I talk to my grandkids on video calls, and so they're watching me and I'm showing them what I'm doing. So they enjoy watching me craft. Plus I teach them. I teach them all kinds of things about different things that I'm doing. Because they live so far away, I don't see them in person all the time. So this is how I communicate with them. So as you can see, now I'm using red. I wanted to get that, I let the white dry, then I let the blue dry, and now I'm putting red on there. And like I said, there is no certain way of doing it. I just did it. So, yeah. So let's let you watch how I end up painting these, and I'll be right back. Okay, once I get those finished, I'm going to set them aside. And now, here is I got 4 pieces of wood just out of my garage. They were in pieces on my island when I made my island top for my kitchen. And I'm just using my sanding block and just sanding the edges so that they are not rough. Now, I used my Cricut earlier and I wrote, I cut out the letters HME. And this is really kind of awesome. The O is a windmill that Zana sent to me last, I think it was in November, because in December we had Stash Your Swap or Swap Your Stash hop, and she was in it, and she sent me stuff, and she sent me 2 windmills. So I'm going to be using one of those for the home. Now, I am on the video call with my grandkids at this point, and they wanted to see what I was doing, so I kept showing them as I was weeding, I was letting them watch me weed it so they could see, and they were, they're 3 and almost 6, so they were enjoying seeing the letters, and it was just fun doing. So I'm just weeding those letters out so that they could see them. I was holding them up to the iPad. But because these letters are so big, I ended up not using any transfer tape because they're just so big. And there is that windmill. Now, I decided to dry brush some white onto these pieces of wood just so that the gray vinyl would just pop and you'd be able to see it better. So I'm just lightly going over this. I'm not doing the full coverage, and I'm using the white apple barrel paint to do that. So I'm just getting them all done, and they dry really fast when it's dry brushing because there's not a lot of moisture in them. Okay, now I went back to the firecrackers. They were dry, and I wanted holes in the end so I could stick some jute so it looked like the fire coming out, or the wicks. So I'm just drilling the holes down into the wood so that I could do that. So I just used a large drill bit and my drill, and I just drilled holes right into there. And that's soft wood, so it wasn't hard to do at all. I just held it and pushed it in there, and it worked perfect. And here I am showing my grandkids what came out of the wood. They're all into reusing, recycling, all of that stuff. So everything that I used, all the wood was recycled. So, yeah, so here I am putting the letters on. Like I said, they go on really, really easy. I just pulled them off and centered them and put them down. A couple of them I didn't get centered, and I had to pull them back up, of course, because that's just how I roll. I can hardly ever get them on straight. I can draw a straight line, but you think I could put those on straight? Nah. So here I go. I have to pick the piece up, put it down. It had some wrinkles on it. And then here I'm doing the E. I think the E I put on totally wrong. And yeah, so I had to pull it completely back up and reattach it because it was really on an angle. I didn't want it to look so bad. Okay, so with that windmill, it has a piece of the metal that pokes through it, and it comes out the back about 3/4 of an inch. So I changed my drill bit to a thin little drill bit, and so I could drill a hole. And I ended up not even having to glue this in because I drilled the hole and then I checked it until it was really snug. And then I'm going to use my hammer and just hammer it right in. And see, I'm kind of moving it around until I get it so that will go in. And once it would, boom, boom, boom goes the hammer. And I just hammer in, and it isn't going anywhere. It is in there so tight. I didn't even have to add any glue at all. So once that is done, I'm going to set those aside for a couple of minutes because I'm going to come back and finish them. Now, this is bamboo. I was gifted a little over a week ago a huge bundle of bamboo. They probably stand 20 feet tall. It was a friend of ours. They have them growing in their yard, and they were just cleaning their yard and cutting out, the dried ones. So I am just kind of cleaning off the outer shucks that grows on the bamboo. And then I took this can. We had stew in it, like a Dentimore can. And I used my needle nose pliers and pushed down any rough edges. And I'm just going to glue these bamboos all around the outside of this jar. And it's fairly simple. So I did it all, and then I had like an inch and a half or so gap. So I left those all overnight, and the next morning I cut some more out, and then I added the last ones on there. And I'm just using hot glue because I'm going to be using rope and twine on the outside, so I know they're not going to go anywhere. So literally I am just gluing these right onto this can, and I know they're sticking up quite a ways. Now I'm going to end up getting one of those battery operated candles. I think I'll have to get it at Walmart because I haven't seen any of the kind I want at Dollar Tree. So I'm probably going to have to pick one up so that it will glow out of the top of it. And I'm really looking forward to that. I'm also looking forward to using all this bamboo. I am going to be having on August 9th a bamboo challenge. So anyone could be part of this that's doing something with bamboo. Okay, so here is the next day. I'm putting those, oh wait, no. This is when I finished up and I realized I didn't have enough bamboo cut. So I have to, the next day I cut it and bring it back down into my craft room. So here's the next day, and I'm just putting a bunch of glue, and the 3 just won't quite fit the way it's snug, so I end up just having a little bit overlapping, and there is some gaps in there, but I wasn't too worried about it. Then I'm just going to grab some of the brown nautical rope from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to end up putting 2 rows of that at the bottom to kind of really hold it snug in there. And I'm gluing every single one of them to the glue, and then I'm putting glue inside the end and pinching it, and so it won't fray, and then just gluing it down. And I'm just, like I said, I'm just doing that twice, which will help secure the bamboo to the can if it ever loosens, because sometimes it's hard to get things to stick to metal with hot glue. But I think this will work perfectly because there is the nautical rope, and then I take some jute and I just wrap it in just all over, all different directions, up and down, so it's just completely all over everywhere. And then I'm going to do a shoestring bow with a shoestring bow with a shoestring bow over the top of it. So it'll be 3 stacked shoestring bows all hooked together with the same piece of jute. And you can see I'm making it here. So I make the one, grab the ends, make another, grab the ends, make another. And so you end up with 6 loops. And then I use a little bit of hot glue to secure it, and then I go around the whole thing and secure the jute all over the bamboo so it won't slide over time. And that's what I'm doing right there. And I really love the way this turned out. Very coastal, very, what's the word that I'm looking for? Boho. Like I said, I'm going to be making a lot of stuff with bamboo because I have so much of it. So, like I said, I'm just going around, and I hope you guys like this. And I'm going to jump back into the other, the other ones and show you how I put those together. Okay, so apparently I have lost some footage. So this is how the bamboo candlestick holder will look like. Now this is the fireworks. I completely lost the footage of me putting them together, and I just hot glued them and put jute around the center of, down around just to hold it like it was holding it together. And then this is how I put together the home. I used a piece of that same rope, and I just ran it up one and then a loop and then down the other. And this is the sign for the home sign. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. Don't forget to check everyone's videos out, and you guys all have a very, very blessed day, and be the Bible that somebody reads. You guys have a great week. Bye.